how we change the world today is by helping lifting the community who needs help and assisting them with whatever they need. And instead of just giving out, we give them the hands out so they can live themselves.
First of all, we're going to Duitsburg. We're going to be spending time with the NGOs, having a look at them for about an hour.
A lot of those NGOs are registering on Volunteer Gateway and will offer internship positions for you to work voluntarily for them. So if you're entering into South Africa, a good way to get involved with people and communities is to volunteer.
We have 3 activities planned for today. Paint a crash, plant a food garden, or help with pick it up and pick up litter around Sunsprings to make it a clean and healthy environment.
One key job to hold the factory.
I believe the little things you do for people in life, later on, you get rewarded for it.
I should lead by example.
I first got to empower myself, and then I can empower the community.
I'm involved in the community!
Woo!
Volunteering is not an obligation, it's something from your heart. So if you're willing and contribute to the community, good job. Just find that space to do something.
People are here to serve. Not only are they here to serve, but they're here to make the community better.
Now, over the last number of weeks, students have been approaching us on multiple different levels at multiple different occasions to ask questions about what's happened, why do people show up here on a Saturday morning, why do they go out during the week, what's taking place. And the philosophy behind all of it and everything that is behind everything is what we believe in at Monash and at community engagement, is that engaging in the community is a vital part of education, what you're doing. And so everything we do is going to be based on a real relationship with the community that's genuine. From that real relationship with the community that's genuine, there needs to be genuine learning and benefits for everybody, for the community, for the students, and for the greater picture. And so our students are involved in a number of different programs dealing with vulnerable communities, and so therefore, one of the key issues we have is the vulnerabilities of our communities and our students. There's a risk either way. When a community is vulnerable, they are open to various people coming in with wonderful ideas. And what I found is that students go in with incredible enthusiasm, and that enthusiasm often leads to absolute destruction, because their enthusiasm destroys the actual life that the people have, and they just get overridden by a great enthusiastic program. Whereas if we went in alongside that community and asked the person, what is it you actually need? What is it we need to do? They would then start to lift themselves up, and together with them as Monash, we could develop the community. So we're not going in as Monash to develop the community. We're not going in to make this radical difference. We're going in because we're part of a community. We're going in because we're partners, and we've got as much to learn from them as they have from us. And so you'd go in as a volunteer, you'd go in academically, like you guys are as journalism students, but you're going into situations that you know nothing about. And so yesterday I had a number of journalists speak to me from a number of the national newspapers and publications. And I'm fairly confident, but the moment they were speaking to me, I felt under threat. And why I felt under threat is I was thinking, what are they going to write about what I'm saying? How are they going to depict what I'm saying? And I was in the middle of a situation where there's been a lot of death and a lot of damage happened in this community, and it's been all over the papers. You might have seen people saying things about this community through some of the crime and the violence that's taken place. So when the journalists started asking me stuff, I started to worry about what their motives were. And even though they said they were from this publication or that publication, immediately I was very, very vulnerable. And so for yourselves, as going into a community as journalism students, you've got to bear that in mind. You've got to bear that in mind. And my question that I asked myself, and it was great that I asked myself that question yesterday as I was preparing to do this press release with you guys, is I asked myself the question, how do I feel about this? What am I thinking? What's going on inside of me? And I was thinking, what are they going to do with what I'm saying? I have an expectation today, as I look at the different media, that they're actually going to say something about what I said, and they're going to accurately say something about what I said. And so I scan all over the different publications, and I find something there, and I find something here, but it creates a lot of unease and tension. And so when we're engaging with the community as Monash, you've got to bear that in mind. You've got to say, by reporting what you're reporting, how can you depict things? And so a young girl was interviewed, and it's a video clip that's going around, how she feels about